Good evening, everyone. It's Sparks here, back for more um, Final Fantasy XIV. You can hear it playing in the background there. Basically, I had to do some laundry when I got home from work today. It's gonna take a while for all that to be done. So I thought, hey, let's do a short stream and get some more content done, seeing as we're about to max out two of the beast tribes again. So, yeah, let's get to it. The Restaurateurs Guide to the Dragon Star. So we're getting the dragons in now. Emissive status thriving. According to recent scans, the air also emit pleased vibrations. They aren't the only ones. Members, quite a few civilizations have been enjoying watching the Neomissive frolic, and customer satisfaction has risen accordingly. On that note, it's just about time for our regular rounds at the cafe. Care to join? Proceed to the last dregs. As you can see, the Last Dregs is now patronized by entities of all ages, and we have expanded our beverage range to accommodate both the young and the very, very old accordingly. Now that the Neomissive and the A have settled in, the timing to introduce new patrons is optimal. As a matter of fact, I was just thinking the same. We've had such good luck with the A, it only seems natural that we invite the dragons next. They too are residents of Ultima Thule, after all. Shall this unit scan your cranial cavern for irregularities? We Omicron are the dragon's mortal enemies. They would not willingly break bread or any other substance with us. Projections indicate that they may be traumatized by the very suggestion. Are you worried about them? How endearing. Yet, if Ultima Thule is to move forward, its people cannot remain mired in the conflicts of the past. It would befoul the dynamis, for one thing, and bugger up our hard work. We must learn to live in harmony. Acknowledge, but this unit will excuse itself from promotional efforts. The probability of the Dragon Star's life forms reacting adversely to Omicron presence in their territory exceeds acceptable parameters. Parameters smatters. It may be risky, but if the Dragons are believed the Omicrons have turned over a new leaf, they can have no better ambassador. You may not be able to rewind time and unconquer the Dragon Star, but you can certainly strive to do better in the future we're creating. Dynamis makes the impossible possible. You said so yourself. Encouragement, tentatively internal. It is off to Reatar we go. I hate it when I push buttons in the middle of a conversation. Oh well. Just gonna quickly fly up here again because it's pretty. Seriously, this is so pretty. Also, the way that water cascades off of that air, that now, so cool. Well, down to the dragons we go. Oh, we may need to, No, we're good. I was worried we were going to have to circle a little bit. But I think we've got it. Yeah, there we go. This unit has detected an additional hurdle in fulfilling the current objective. Excuse me, can I interest you in anything at all? No, normally won't make me go away. I wondered how a tuft of floss did come to clamour so, but 'tis no more than one of thy strange companions. This explaineth much. Wilt thou not leave me to my slumber? So long have I been weary. We have just the thing for that. Coffee. Delectable cuisine as well. Why not stop by the last dregs and see what the civilizations of Ultima Thule are raving about? I realize that you may have complicated feelings about my Omicron friend here, but we would nevertheless offer you a place to eat, drink, and be merry. Art thou attempting to provoke me? Though I suppose it matters not. Neither grief nor hate stirs within me, for my flame hath long since flickered and died. If the use that you do not wish to inflict vengeful obliteration upon the Alphatron star should be welcome. However, this unit finds it unexpectedly difficult to process. Are you certain you do not desire revenge? Not even a micron? It may be advisable to gnaw on this unit in the name of experimentation, lest your conclusion be premature. To what end? Destruction of a single machine changeth not, meaneth not. Aye, we dragons once revelled as thou wouldst have me do. In the mountain's shadow did we gather to sing. Yet even our melodies are naught but memories now. If I no longer weep for the silence machine, why dost thou believe I have aught to spare for thee? Conversational difficulty levels critical. This unit requested permission to retreat. Not so fast. Corellian's apocalyptic aggression didn't stop us, and neither will this dragon's depression. All of our patrons have needed a little help in learning to hope again. It's just a matter of discerning what they value and how to provide it. Fortunately, we have the great Sparks at our side. I've heard tell that you have no little experience treating with dragons. And though the dragons here may not recall their passions, if the Dragonstorm War is any indication, their brethren on Etheirys possess no such problem. Surely there is at least one dragon of your acquaintance with whom we can consult. Vitra will explain in terms we can understand. Vitra, Satrap of Razadhan. Oh no, I shouldn't dream of calling him away from his work for this. Then Vidofnir. Vidofnir it is then. As a leader of her people and an arbiter of peace, she must have some advice about disagreeable dragons. She doesn't sound like a sort to let her elders on the Dragon Star wallow for eternity. Etheirys' historical records are not registered to this unit's database. The prose course sounds logical as described. It is statistically probable that they will not welcome assistance from a former enemy, but this unit believes that we must restore hope to dragonkind. Then it's decided. Do we need to pack chassis wax or anything? This unit must remain in Ultima Thule to ensure the smooth operation of the last dregs, while allied life forms are away. However, a portable communication drone can be dispatched for the journey. How convenient. Let us make for Annex Trine post-haste. Well, I was not expecting to go all the way back to Etheirys and to be seeing Vidofnir. Like, I was sure we'd use Vitra because, you know, he's from this expansion. But no, we're going and treating with one from a previous expansion. Hey, Vidofnir, dost thou ever rest, little one? Thou hast brought salvation to the star, Yet thy countenance bespeaks a mission. Oh, oh, that is precious, and I want one. The will of the star hath blessed thee with charming companions. Yet to think I should meet one of the machines that drove my grandsire from the Dragon Star. 'Tis like unto a bedtime fable. Fear not, for I shall not rebuke thee. Thou wouldst not be the first to call an old foe friend. 'Tis the fate of the dragons that concerneth me. To condemn them to an empty existence forevermore would be cruel indeed. This unit did not expect to find you so pleasant. Alive, it is difficult to locate the proper lexical data. Jamming Way shared much data about the dragons of Aetheris during the journey. This unit struggles to process that those who embrace an ageless existence upon this star are the same species as the life forms we encountered in Ultima Thule. Your dragons too faced countless battles and great suffering, yet they emerged whole. This unit wonders how much can be attributed to faith in their allied units, and how much to the resilience of their hope, or if these two variables are one and the same. Which brings us back to our purpose here. Is there anything we can say to the dragons of Ultima Thule that might open their hearts to embrace hope once more? My sire, Fralsvalger, oft spoke of Midgard Sommer's tales of the Dragon Star. From these memories was our Samal born. It is mine understanding that the Dragon Star possessed a sacred peak, resplendent, and 'twas my grandsire's longing for its heights that drew him to nest upon Aetheris. Mine ancestors doubtless felt its losses keenly, yet their despair hath given way to exhaustion. The memory 'tis but a dull ache in their hearts. Restore to the memory untainted by bitterness, and they may yet be inspired as my grandsire once was. Words, however, shall not suffice. If not words, what about taste? You've managed to enjoy joyful recollections via soup before. Surely we could do the same for the dragons. Previous customer data supports this hypothesis. However, dragons do not possess the culinary tradition as such. As with the Gribeloffs, we must think outside standard parameters. I believe I have precisely what we need. Among the recipes provided to us by our Charlene collaborators is one from Ishgard, a dessert resembling Samal. If that's not outside standard parameters, I don't know what is. A curious proposal, but thou art welcome to attempt it. Southwest of Anix Trine lie lustrous minerals, their sheen not unlike those of the Dragon Star's peaks. Collect them with my blessing. Sounds like we shall be gazing upon a resplendent and edible peak in no time. I should request that you return to the last dregs for initiating baking protocols. The utility of this drone's tiny digits are limited. Oh, that is precious. That is seriously the most precious thing. Alright. Well then. First, fly outside. Then turn. Go to the south. And we're collecting pure green quartz. Rocky outcrop. Pure green quartz. We only need 3. 1, 2. God damn it. I was trying to avoid. Getting more than we needed. Back to base Omicron. Sorry, I was just doing something there. Alright, so first we proceed to A4 research. Because from here we can have the last dregs host unit teleport us up to the last dregs. And then we don't have to fly or walk there. Drone battery low. This unit has returned into the charging station despite Jammingway's protests. Of course Jammingway protested. Ingredients consistent with Dragonstar environmental records. Please initiate baking protocols. Consider them initiated. Dessert is go. Yay! Remember, machine, 'tis only at the purported request of my kin across the expanse that I humor thee. Do not test my patience overlong. Wouldn't dream it. Now, if you'll come this way. I hope they made a very large version of the tart. That's tiny. It's hardly going to satisfy them. Looks delicious, though. Thy tiny hands wrought this for my sake? Yes, Sparks' less tiny hands, and N7's spinny whatsits also helped. Worked hard to make it as much like the holy peaks of the Dragonstar as possible. Do you like it? And it's gone. No? It is difficult to say. My palate recalls not what flavor once appealed. Visually, however, I see it. The peaks dividing the Dragonstar in twain. Bright clouds to shroud them. I feel the wind upon my scales, and I remember. A passing strange place this. Yet for the newbound bond with my distant kin, and these memories gifted unto me, I am grateful. The gesture hath touched me, of that be certain. It's all right to miss home. Everyone does sometimes. Indeed. How beautiful it was, our Dragonstar. How joyful its winds did brace our wings. Would like my kin to remember those days. No longer to mourn them, but dream of them once more. This unit is pleased to hear of your spiritual revival. However, it would be remiss of this unit not to remind you that our establishment employs a large Omicron staff. Your kin would be most welcome to join you. Would this not be intolerable to them? Metal Warrior. Thou art not the same as thou once were. No more are we. I know not what to make of this future, but I would linger no longer in the past. That is why you created this place, is it not? Logic circuits complete. Threat level nominal. Business status booming. I love him. However, this unit is experiencing an anomalous overflow. This is mathematically insufficient to generate current levels of mission satisfaction. Further analysis required. Initializing additional processors. Are you sure you aren't just happy? You know? Like a squishy, wishy, organic life form? An illogical life form such as yourself could not begin to understand this unit's internal workings. Turning interactions. Goodbye. Don't you dare go into sleep mode, coward! We can't let N7's emotional dysfunction detract from our success. To Elysium. We'll drag it there if we must. Do 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 do. The dragon flies away. Back to the research station. Please refrain from vibrating your vocal cords. This unit will continue processing anomalous satisfaction levels once Elysian's status has been verified. It should be interesting to see if the dragons added mountains to Elysian. They did. And eggs. New babies. Ooh, and they look less spooky and ghost-like in this area. I do hope that winds bless yonder peaks. The dragon is fascinated by the jellyfish. Inspiration has touched the dragon's hearts and given form to a nostalgic vista from the Dragon Star. Yet still there is room for Elysian to grow and change. What other hopes will the power of Dynamis bring to life? What a majestic sight that was, and so pointy. Harmony between dragons and Omicron defies any and all prior projections. A rousing success, then. Given historical events, it should not be possible per the laws of the universe. Only in Ultima Thule could such a thing occur. In that case, I better not hear you question our potential ever again. This is definitive proof that we can do anything if we put our minds to it, no matter what your projections say. I was created by someone too, you know, but I don't believe that being artificial makes our experiences any less worthwhile. We're here, and we're making a difference. Have a little faith. That's what living is all about. This you had not realized that you are plagued by similar existential doubts. Though it does explain your desire to pry into psychics you do not understand. Nevertheless, the use you will produce noises of generalized validation. Well, good. We've created a miracle here today, as well as new bonds between dragonkind that span time and space. Suppose we bask in that glory for a while. Woo! And now we're honored. We can take 3 additional quests. Well, first we should turn in the one that we have. Woo! Alright. Now we'll take these quests as minor. In the leopards... Okay, sorry. Just very consciously aware that it really doesn't matter what they say here. We'll just be setting foot in the dragon's area for the first time. Oh wait, will we? No. Doesn't look like it's actually possible to set foot on it. Might be able to fly over to it, which I'm probably gonna do. Because look at that, it's beautiful. Oh wait, no, we can't fly in this area, so no. The mountains are there. And they look familiar, but we can't go over to them yet. I imagine at some point in the future, when this becomes a proper world, full of ether, it will be possible. But they've got eggs. Eggies. There can be baby dragons. They've got real hope now. The fact that they actually have fertile soil where that is safe for the eggs. Porous stone. Yeah, I collected extra. The ones that we get from the actual quest is useless to us now. But this new one, Porous Stone, might be useful later, because we could get another quest where we have to get it. It is so pretty, though. It would be nice if the actual... What would it be? Break. Ah, good. We're flying to the one that we need to talk to for the quest. Huh. Can we land on this? Why? Ah, there is water here. So that's a fishing spot, and from the looks of things, there's trees and rocks. So That's just a gathering spot, basically, for some special resources. The little great choking hazard of an extra sticky rice ball. Oh my, it's begun. Look at how the poor fleshy thing is forced to fill its oral cavity with the organic foods that are using its lingual nerves to collect flavor as it masticates matter with its teeth. Final deglution. How messy, how troublesome, how primitive. Destroy data received, awaiting command to transmit data to the inexplicably narrating life form. Yes, yes, give me the data. Shocked by senses, I beg you. Oh god, I love this. What is the sensation of signal from a phantom organ I do not possess? How wonderfully bizarre. Curious as soon as shape it into a ballistic. This pale grain is more flavorsome than it has any right to be. So soft as to be nearly viscous, so starchy as to be nearly sweet. I understand that fleshy ones do not consume organic substances strictly out of nutritional necessity for stimulation such as this. How altogether fascinating, indeed. I must see this cafe for myself. Okay, that was worth it, reading that. The Aya are a curious bunch. They are both delightfully demented, but also terrible to look at. Like, seriously, the whole head popping off thing will always be uncomfortable. Right, then over to base Omicron. Soil purification unit. We required some metal sand. Now we return to Stigma. Do some math. Alright. So, reputation with the Omicrons is now at 240. And there's... So... 1,320 is how much we need. So, 1,080 divided by 1,800 is the most we can get per day. Wow, it's gonna be a full week almost before we can max that out. That is ridiculous, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna complain too much. I say too much because I still want to complain about it. It is ridiculous. Oh well. Right now we're trying to level up Alchemist. Is the one we'll be using today. Ba-da-da-ba. Alright, so set of exercise equipment. And this one is a flyer. Whee! Where are we going? Oh, we're just going to this room and finding some people. It can't do its thing while it's flying. That is unfortunate. Up we go. Because the last one actually appears to be up here. Yep, there we go. Woo! Now we fly over to the one that just still needs us to talk to them. Still love this as a mount, and I look forward to when we get our own version. It is going to be amazing. Because then we can actually see what it looks like when it's underwater. Probably just the same as it is. Right. Hello. Okay. So, right now we need to make exercise equipment, which has to be high quality, which is annoying to me. Two, three, Byregot's Blessing, almost max it out. Really? We get an excellent there. Freaking hate that sometimes. Right, so there's the exercise equipment. But we also need to make popular kitchen goods, which thankfully don't need to be high quality, which means I just wasted a move. Yeah. We can do it in 3 steps. 1. Actually, hold on, where'd it go? Just 2 steps, actually. There. Now we go hand over the exercise equipment. Do. Okay, seriously, there's something that's bugging me. I need to fix it. Log window. Why is the profanity filter on? Yeah. general is fine, but it is kind of bugging me that I'm seeing all things relating to chat popping up. Like, yeah, I don't mind the "you have entered and left sanctuary" thing. There we go. This one is still one of my favorite vehicles, simply for how much it ties into the story. I think the only one I like more than this one really is Midgard Sommer himself. Because, yeah, riding on the father of all dragons is amazing. Get your minds out of the gutter, people. You know exactly what I meant. Dirty buggers. God, that makes me sound so old. I'm not 30 yet. And I refuse to accept it when I do turn 30. Alright, Dreamway is concerned with the fate of one Loppert in particular. Sparks, you recall that curious character who we've seen, for lack of a better term, lurking about Hopper's Hole, don't you? Well, I hear tell that they also spend a great deal of time lurking about the Watcher's Palace. A regular lurking way, that one. In any case, it seems that the Dreaming Workshop isn't meeting their needs. I should like to ask them how we can be more helpful. Would you join me? Perfect. I've already checked all our nooks and crannies, so with any luck, they'll be lurking by the Watcher's Palace as we speak. Well, at least we can fast travel there. I hope we do add another room. Alright. It's gonna take at least 6 days. Ugh, that's gonna be annoying. I got at least 2 more days for the Arcasadora to hit their next level. Ah well, can't be helped. Oops. I just realized that I was heading towards a different quest marker. I teleported for nothing! Where? That is annoying. But also, important to note, this world is not actually that big, so I don't need to really travel that far. It is interesting that this is the only Loppert we've seen that has this fur color. Perhaps they grew tired of the view and decided to take their lurking elsewhere? Nope, there they are. Oh, it's them. Quickly, before they slip away. Hail, my good way. If I'm not mistaken, you have come to enjoy the offerings of our dream worship a number of times, have you not? Enjoy hardly. Though I suppose watching you pointlessly exert yourself has been entertaining enough. So good. I was hoping that we might assist you in finding a dream of your own. And what is it you expect me to dream of? Fanciful machines? Colorful cuisines? I think not. Without the people of Aetheris to delight in them, such pursuits are meaningless, one and all. I cannot say I agree. No matter. Your exertions have their place. It's pouring my petition to Livingway. When she authorizes my hibernation, I shall dream sweet dreams at last. So their dream is to sleep? It's a lot of nonsense, if I do say so myself. We can hardly follow your dream. You can hardly follow your dreams while you're asleep. Perhaps Living will understand better than I do. It sounds like our Ashenford friend has spoken of this matter to her before. Let's not waste skill when it's such a short trip and we move so fast with our mount. Do 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 do. Why is it so difficult to find anyone today? Livingway! There you are, Livingway. Might we have a word? So soon? I thought your project was proceeding apace. Overall, yes, but we're struggling with one way in particular. Are you familiar with an Ashenford Loperate? Red eyes, mysterious, absolutely adorable until they open their mouth. Oh, yes. I was aware they had paid a visit to Hopper's Hole, but I wasn't aware that you were aware. Perhaps you may yet succeed where I have not. You are aware, Spock, the Loperates were created to prepare the moon for man's arrival, that these preparations required substantial time and effort. All bent towards our common goal in their own way, but some Loperate went above and beyond, one in particular. The very same. This most passionate of ways took the name Counseling Way. Their role was to lend a listening ear and provide advice to the people of Aetheris, something we anticipated would be sorely needed, given the abrupt displacement you all were to face. More than any other, they sought to understand your people. They studied, they practiced, looked forward to the day when they would finally meet you. As you can imagine, the change of plans came as a terrible shock. They became uninterested in their former pursuits, or adamant that naught of worth remains for them to do. I was unable to persuade them otherwise, and after some time, they disappeared from the burrow altogether. It was shortly thereafter that Loperates began sighting in Ashenford Way wandering mare lamentorum. Oh dear. Even I didn't recognize them at first. Wonder whence this way had sprung. Then I watched them stand out there gazing at the sky, at Aetheris, and I realized it was the grief that had changed them, a loss too heavy to bear. It came as no surprise when they asked to be put back into hibernation. Yet I cannot allow it, even with the final days averted. There must be a place for us in this world. I know there is. We need only reach out our paws. I said as much, but it's as if they cannot hear me. No matter how many times I refuse them, they return with their petition for eternal sleep. It would be a tragedy to lose a Lopper with so much love in their heart. Must find a way to help them, to give them a new dream. Not that I know what that would be. Thank you for telling us of this living way. We should ask the others for help. This matter is of dire import. I shall see you in Hopper's Hold soon, then. A moment, Sparks. If anyone can save Counseling Way, it's you lot. And they can be saved. I must believe that. So please, do everything in your power. On behalf of Loppered kind, I beseech you. I mean, the logical conclusion is find all the homeless people of Aetheris and send them to the moon. Like, it gets people from Aetheris onto the moon, and it gives homeless people a home. 2 problems solved at once. And if those homeless people ever want to return to Aetheris, there's means to do so. There you are. Come, we must bring managing way into our confidence. So what do we do? This Counseling Way has visited the workshop several times, correct? They have seen no measurable results thus far. And they are not the only Lopper to have been dissatisfied with our offerings, though a significant portion have gravitated to the dreams on display. May remain uninterested. We must try a different tack, one that targets this demographic specifically. I see, but what could a Lopper who doesn't fancy music or mechanics or mealtime possibly enjoy? We might look to what else they have in common. Assuming my mental register is correct, and it usually is, the remaining Wayward Ways have roles that would have involved direct contact with the people of Aetheris. In addition to consulting roles, like Counseling Ways, there were those specialized in guiding the people around our facilities, interpreting, and other aspects of hospitality. Oh, that means all of them would have been especially disappointed to find out that our guests weren't coming. They could hardly carry out their work alone. Alone? What if we didn't wait for them to take interest in a new dream all by themselves? If we bring everyone together to work towards a common goal, it may remind them what it's like to have a purpose again. Teamwork is key, to be sure, but what sort of project could we give them? Do you have any ideas, Sparks? Never underestimate the value of art. Such as painting. Look at these boring walls we have. Surely they could use a touch of paint or a mural. Expressing oneself through art is a proven means of processing negative experience. Some may prefer a medium other than paint. Never fear, I shall arrange for a variety of supplies. At minimum, we can expect to attack Counseling Way's attention once more. Just where we want. Paying attention. For the time being, let's focus on gathering as many wayward ways as possible. With you here, it should be easy. Even the most listless sloppers would jump at the chance to work together with a representative of mankind. We only need to find them. Again. And off we go again to find more wayward ways. Meow. Do do do. You want to create something together? Is that allowed? I can't see much of a point in it. They can only refuse a request from a person of Aetheris, even now. Argos! The best boy! Express my feelings through art? That sounds difficult, though if it helps people, or even just you, suppose we can give it a try. Oh, I love this phoenix. It's so pretty. Painting? I don't know much about art, I'm afraid, but if you insist, I can join you as moral support. My job was supposed to be helping people in need, after all. Oof, I feel bad for the Loports, actually, that were really specialized towards interacting with the people of Aetheris specifically. Yeah, that's something Living Way should have thought about. Or Heidelin should have thought about, actually. Like, what if the final days can be averted? How do we help the Loporits then? Thanks to your persuasive personing, we have more participants than we know what to do with. Yes, of course, Magic May always knows what to do. Speaking of which, they've asked you to create additional paints. Some of our payers firmly believe that quantity equals quality. As always, Magic May has provided supplies for your convenience and ours. More can be had from the Dreaming Supporter if needing them. Yep. I step away to make sure that no one else attempts to paint the wall with cooking waste frosting, but trust that you will find me when you're done. And here when you're done. And these painting supplies need to be high quality. Because of course they do. Two, three, 4. Woo! Success. Just in time to prevent further frosting-based incidents. I'll take those off your paws. I shall see these distributed to our painters post-haste. I can hardly wait to see the finished product. That is beautiful. Wow. course it's got a lot of carrots in it. Oh, and the birds. Oh, this is cute. I had hoped they would enjoy themselves, but never imagined they would become so absorbed in their work. And to create such a magnificent mural. This is by far our greatest success yet. Art, truly, you're making my task too easy. Counseling way. Do not call me that. 'Tis a relic of a life I care not to remember. Noted. Would you like to try our new your paw at painting? Not particularly. Aww. At least you offered. That's the important part. There is a distinct lack of unified vision here, yet somehow it works. Art is a mystery indeed. I had no idea that art could be so liberating. I haven't had this much fun in ages. Fun. Perhaps I once knew what that was like. With all of the Loppers we've helped, I'd like to think we've done our part. Still, we cannot stop. No, we will not stop. Not until we've helped Counseling Way and anyone else who has yet to find a dream. The Imagining Station is now open, allowing once wayward ways to vent their innermost emotions through creative pursuits. There are yet Loppers that want a new purpose, however. Continue expanding the workshop to see what dreams may come. I like it. I like that there's... I mean, technically it's two of the spots on the wall taken up. Honored, yay. And we've got our additional. Okay. I count one more, well, technically one more station. But that's where the portal is, so... all that's left really is the center. That's gonna be the last thing to change, probably. We'll see, though. It'll be interesting to see what happens. You are returned. Tell me. How'd your... Let's see, it's 1,500,000 for this one, which would take us over into the threshold, so I'd like to take Culinarian, the remaining two. Oh no, one of the missions is gonna take us outside! New. I don't like having to go outside. Fungi fighters. Okay. They don't have to be high quality, so... Do 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 do. Right. Next mission is outside. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Hit sparking way with carrot seed. I'm sorry, what? Carrot shaped carrots filled with highly flammable liquid. Carrot shit bombs. You made freaking carrot bombs. That was weird. And yet also it tracks. Right, I'm gonna go turn in these two and then switch back to Alchemist to get the last quest. Yeah, I mentioned how much I like writing Midgard Summer earlier, and here we are. So cute. I don't care what anyone says. This one is cute. Not as cute as the baby version that we had following us around for a while, but still. Fashionable thingums. Wow. What? They are successful. Wow. Okay. Okay. There we go, we've made the thingum. And now we're getting abducted again. Seriously, this is just funny every time we do it. Laundry should be finished by now. Alright, so let's turn this in. Now, coining way. Oh, we can get a rug. Fighting way. Play without you, but chooses to tag along. That is adorable. Alright, let's take a look. I've got a bunch of things complete. Donations are done. Training is also done. I should go and turn in things then. Too late to do dailies, unfortunately. Got to save those for another time. Send them on another one. Oh dear. All right. Woo, leveled up. Send them on the most difficult mission that they can do. Sorry, it was meant to... Now we entrust. No duplicants to entrust. Okay. Oops, wrong thing. Sign venture. Ruined exploration. Is that a resource we can entrust? It is not. I should probably do something about all of theirs. Pa-da-ba-ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da. Ah, apparently he had ferberite. He's already as high as we can get him. So is she. Now, let's see. I know this one, if I remember correctly, has the fish. If I remember correctly, this one has some of the other woods. That's apparently a type of wood we don't have yet. And now all of them are off on missions. Yay. Only thing left to do is return to Razathan, switch to Reaper, and turn in the ores. So that's Reaper. Let's just take a moment to appreciate this one again. Actually, no. First, battle stats. Twirl. And then the victory stance. Ah, it's pretty. But, for the purposes of quests, we have to have a different one equipped for a moment. It's still... Ooh, hello. I haven't actually used this one yet, and I didn't realize it glows. That's actually very pretty, and I like it. It's kind of boring when it's shut down, but when activated, that is so pretty. I like weapons that have effects like that. Anyways, hello. Ah, the He of the Furnace has me all sobered up. Let's have them special rocks then. Here you go. I reckon that's enough. There's one other thing that's been bothering me. Was Rowena there at the Mahane? I don't rightly remember. Bah, forget it. Let's get his lordship over here before I lose my will to forge. Now for the finishing touch. The Max Salamanderville oil. Before we can finalize the mixture, however, you must tell us how you wish your weaponry to serve you in battle. The ratio of the coating's ingredients will greatly influence the armament's various qualities, so think carefully ere you give your answer. Learn about Manderville weapon attributes. You can choose 3 attributes to add to your newly augmented Manderville weaponry. One of these attributes will be set to a lower value than the other 2. Once you have adjusted the values to your liking, select Confirm to finalize your decision. Resetting your weaponry attributes will require an additional chunk of amplified attribute, so consider your choices carefully. Okay. Okay! Well. I need to look up what the best choices here are. So, XIV, Reaper, Manderville, weapon stats. Okay. Right. Right. So this is the Majestic. Okay, so for this, I need to go to their job guide. Melee Reaper. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. My God. This does not help me. Okay, so apparently my best options are direct hit rates, critical hit rates, and determination. Ba ba ba. Okay. Well, that's what is recommended apparently, so I'll go with the recommendation. Confirm attributes and receive the majestic Manderville War Scythe. Yes. Understood. Your wish is our command. Holy shit. Wow. It's even more Reaper-y than before. And 'tis done. You're holding the results of undying devotion to crafting excellence. A majestic Manderville War Scythe. Damn. Had you not so bravely confessed your grievances that evening, I dare say this degree of collaborative work would have remained unattainable. Well, my memory's a mite fuzzy on that score, but I'll take me victories where I can get them. As always, Spark, should you wish to enhance other Manderville weapons in your possession, you only say the word. My diligent retainer is at your service. Lord Garbert, though it shames me to admit, the expertise necessary to manufacture the Max Salamander oil is beyond my limited alchemical knowledge. Don't look at me. If I could mix magic potions, I'd have grown my hair back long ago. I am aware it would prove an insurmountable feat for you as well, which is why I've employed a master alchemist. Bloody odd taste in clothes, but at least he's wearing some. Our newest addition to the House Manderville retinue will assist with further augmentation and oversee the preparation of the oil. He will also be available to readjust your weapon's properties should you but bring him the required quantity of achinidrite. This has been a monumental step forward, my friend. Yet one stage remains ere the Manderville weaponry evolution can be considered complete. I knew it was leading up to that. Let me guess. We're to sit here in breathless, bleeding anticipation while you sort out what comes next. Precisely. Preparing the process is like to be a lengthy endeavor, so I do suggest you continue breathing. The final step is upon us, Sparks. Pray indulge this ambition of mine one last time. And off he goes. I love it. It really is beautiful. Readjustments are now available from the House Manderville Alchemist. Collect a single required chunk of and equip the weapon you wish to readjust, forging our ever-patient retainer. Completing the quest, resonating with perfection. So you have a Manderville weapon for a Reaper. Please ensure you have changed the desired. Undertake this quest. Sorry, just one moment. I want to actually be equipped with the weapon in question. It's now... Yep, 645. Oh... Look at that. It's absolutely beautiful. I love it. Oh, I need to take a look at my portraits and update them accordingly. Ah, we need a different stance. Yeah, we needed a stance. That shows off the blade. In all its beauty. We don't have a stance that allow us to show it off. While out, but this will allow us to show it off. Yeah, that works better. Right. Undertake this quest as a Reaper. Here we go. We begin again. I hear Geralt's finally figured out how to perfect his alien weaponry. About bleeding time, eh? We shall inform his lordship that you are eager to begin. Oh, look! His wife's here, too. At long last, Sparks, the end of our arduous yet most rewarding weaponsmithing journey is finally in sight. And a bloody expensive journey it's been. That's why I'm here not as a dutiful wife or doting mother, but as a concerned senior partner of Manderville and Manderville. And company's footing the bill for all sorts of extravagant materials and expert assistance, not to mention the rent we're paying for these high crucible facilities. Even if this is the final stage of the process, that's only one Manderville weapon out of house-sodding many. Our side business in replica weapons ain't exactly booming neither, so I reckon I needed to come and gauge the value of continuing this venture with my own two eyes. I don't blame her. So, let us offer our full cooperation to my business partner as she oversees proceedings. Haha. Now there's a sight. Seems his lordship's lost his cocksure composure. What happened, Gobbert? Weren't you just telling me how your ridiculous wealth made you free to craft whatever you pleased? I'd be on my best behavior if I were you, Master Geralt. After all, your considerable remuneration is one of the main expenditures Lady Julian will be scrutinizing. Oof! His alcohol. Wow. Let's move on to the topic of armament augmentation, shall we? Unsurprisingly, the key to perfecting weaponry lies in the application of the perfect oil, a substance known as Ultramanderville, of course. The superlative lubricant will serve to maximize ethereal conductivity. Again with the creepy oils. And as one might have predicted, the Ultramanderville's main ingredient is derived from yet another incredibly rare meteorite material, cosmic crystallite, it is called. When it came to the method for extracting said ingredient from the meteorite, however, my ancestor's relic was conspicuously avoided instruction. Thus I consult with Master Poo-Poo. Thanks to his encyclopedic knowledge of alien civilizations, he was able to furnish me with the requisite technique. I must say, it is a rather unorthodox process, and one I cannot complete alone. It shall necessitate the involvement of everyone present. I don't like the sound of that. What foolish, foppish nonsense are you meaning to foist upon us this time? Oh, nothing too terribly taxing, I assure you. All should be explained in due course. Ere we can begin, we must tend to the tedious chore of procuring crafting materials. Sparks, if you would pray acquire the crystallite through our usual tombstone-hungry vendor. We shall require 3 goodly chunks, one for the oil's main ingredient, and the other is to reshape the weaponry itself. Yes, I should warn you that these advanced Manderville techniques will not only enhance our armament's properties, but also greatly alter its appearance. To make you of such wondrous transformation, let us hurry to our task. Well, it's going to look very different when we're done. Chunks of cosmic crystallite can be obtained from the Aetheryte Plaza, of course. And it's going to cost 500 of our tomestones of causality per. I hope to God it's only going to be causality and not the other one. I will be annoyed if it's the other one. Because that means it's going to take me at least 3 weeks. In fact, no, not even 3 weeks. It's going to take me it would take me at least 4 weeks to get enough resources together for it. Granted, I already have a good chunk, but still. Let's find out what the case is. Thank goodness it's only the one that I actually can get easily and have loads of. But we get it and we'll have a good weapon. Not that this one's not good, but I look forward to seeing what the final version will be. Now let me think. Is there anything left for me to do right now? Next mission allowance for that. Custom deliveries. Nope, that is basically everything we can do right now that isn't something I would be doing off camera. I did say it was only going to be a short stream anyways. But seeing as we're caught up with everything we can do right now, this will be where I call it for today. I've got to finish sorting out my laundry. With the second load just running while I go to bed because I have to be up early. Let's see. There may be a stream of Final Fantasy VII tomorrow evening after I get back from my afternoon plans and visiting my gran. But there may not be a stream again until Monday, unless I wake up early on Sunday. We'll see. Actually, no, it wouldn't be Monday. It would be Tuesday before we can next stream. If I don't stream tomorrow. I am going to aim to stream, though. So, I'll see you all next time. Until then, I've been Sparks. Byes.